Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We are back again with King Arthur, Knight's Tale. Let's do another video breaking down the best characters in each class, this time focusing on Arcanists. I will leave links in the description for my individual breakdown of one character listed here. All of this is subjective, so please leave your feedback below regarding what you agree or disagree with and who is in your personal list. Like before, I will list my top 2 favorites and provide one honorable mention who gives a different flavor that may not be my personal cup of tea. My honorable mention Arcanist is Sir Dagonet, and he is without question the Hex King of this game. I am not a big fan of hexes, but if I was, this guy would be a mainstay. So the first thing you might notice is he is the only hero that has 4 hexes on his sheet: Blood Hex, Slowing Hex, Death Hex, and cast Stigmata, which is also tagged as a hex in this game. This gives him incredible synergy with the passive buffs available in his kit. Potent Hex and Master of Hexes give him an additional 55% Hex intensity. Combined with the Hex intensity boost upgrade most of his hexes have, and he can basically double their effectiveness. Blood Hex reduces an enemy's damage by over 60%. Slow more than doubles the cost for movement AP, and Death Hex reduces an enemy's HP by almost 60%. Don't forget that most high-level vanguards benefit from enemies having reduced health. Combining a fully buffed Death Hex with Lady Boadicea or Sir Tristan is an absolutely lethal combination. Master of Hexes reduces the cost of all hexes by 1 AP, and Quick Curse reduces the cost of the first hex you cast by 1 AP. Hexes overall don't cost more than 3 AP, so this is a huge boost towards his ability to dish them out. Terror Wings gives him 1 movement AP for every active hex, ensuring he can always move to the best spot. Mindstorm reduces the cooldown for all skills if you use a skill while at least 3 are on cooldown, which of course Dagonet will be constantly doing. If for whatever reason you start a turn and all hexes are on cooldown, you can use Force Bolt, which will receive a 5% damage boost from every active hex after you upgrade Master of Hexes. You can also split it into 3 shots to disable enemy buffs that nullify hits. If all that isn't enough, he is also the only character with Desecrated Ground. After upgrades, this ability will deal 20% weapon damage to all units within a 4x4 area, along with slowing and weakening them. This means Sir Dagonet is capable of slowing, weakening, and bleeding enemies, along with making them vulnerable. Along with all of this, he also has the Strong trait, which provides an additional 10% HP from armor sigils. Sir Dagonet does of course have some weaknesses. He is an Old Faith tyrant, and you must achieve an 8 in both morality ranks to recruit him. He also has the Excitement trait, which reduces his loyalty by 3 if he doesn't have at least 2 relic items. The biggest weakness he has is also the reason I don't particularly care for hex-oriented characters. The manner in which they debuff enemies doesn't reduce AP. They will bleed, slow, and reduce the health of enemies, but everybody you don't kill will still be able to attack the next turn. To me, that makes his particular brand of crowd control less appealing than somebody who can shock and chill enemies, which will flat out prevent them from being able to act. Otherwise, he is a fantastic choice and someone who can definitely help your team. With the honorable mention out of the way, let's get into my personal second best Arcanist, Lady Morgana Le Fay, a hero who might be even better than Lady Morgause at crowd control in this game. But while Sir Mordred's mother excels at lightning, Lady Morgana is the quintessential Ice Queen. Lady Morgana Le Fay comes with 3 ice skills that are unique to her kit. Ice Bolt will do 100% weapon damage to an enemy within 9 tiles and chill them, which reduces the enemy's AP by 33%. Upgrades allow you to split the bolt into 3 parts and let you get 1 AP every time an enemy is killed with Ice Bolt. After upgrades, Glacial Strike will do 165% weapon damage and freeze an enemy. Frozen enemies have their AP reduced by 100%. This ability has a range of 9 tiles and costs 5 AP. Finally, after upgrades, Ice Thorns will do 90% weapon damage and chill all units in a 4x4 area. This will cost 5 AP, and you can tack on 20% vulnerability to all the affected units. All 3 of these unique powers, along with Ice Wall and Ice Spikes, which she also has access to, are boosted by Master of Ice, which increases her freeze and chill effectiveness while boosting her weapon damage when enemies are frozen or chilled. She also has Master of Hexes, Potent Hex, and Death Hex in case you have a Vanguard to combo this with. All of this together makes her a master crowd controller who can shut down enemies across the field. She also has the skill trait, which provides 1 additional skill point every 5 levels. She does have a few weaknesses to consider. Her morality is Old Faith, and you must reach a high level of Old Faith before she can be recruited. She also has the Pagan trait, which reduces her loyalty by 1 if there is a Christian party member on the team. Also, Lady Morgana is very vulnerable to melee combatants. She has a couple of defensive powers, but they are not great, like ice shields or teleportation, so it's very important you place her out of harm's way. Other than that, Lady Morgana Le Fay is absolutely fantastic and can wreak havoc across a battlefield. Quick note before we talk about my favorite Arcanist. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate you hitting the like button. This information tells me which content the channel is enjoying and helps my videos spread to more people. I really appreciate all of the support. My number 1 Arcanist is, of course, the Fire Mage himself, Merlin. Guys, this dude is incredible. Nobody can make better use of fire in this game than him. Merlin has 3 fire abilities that are wholly unique to him. Firebolt does 115% weapon damage to an enemy, knocks them back, and burns them for 6 AP. You can split it into 3 hits, and it can give back 1 AP when killing an enemy. Fire Drake literally calls down a drake from the sky to deal 130% weapon damage and burn enemies across a straight line of 7 tiles. Finally, Fallen Star does 130% weapon damage to all enemies in a 3x3 area, while also knocking down and burning them. The enemy in its center experiences an additional 30% weapon damage. If that versatility wasn't bananas enough already, Merlin is also the only character who has Pyromania and Master of Fire, which together increases burning damage by 80% while also increasing his overall weapon damage. In addition, Teleport ensures he is always in the best position to use these amazing powers. Outside of fire abilities, he also has Raven Swarm, which is again unique to Merlin. This power will repeatedly deal damage towards an enemy over several turns, and upon that enemy's death, it can be transferred to another close by enemy. It also only costs 2 AP, making it a no-brainer to keep this running on opponents. On top of all that, he has another 4 unique powers that have nothing to do with dealing damage. They range from defensive buffs like Mental Guard to crowd control effects like Illusion and Mind Fog. They all have their uses and help to make Merlin's kit one of the absolute best in the game. If all that isn't enough for you, he also, like Morgana, has a skill trait, providing 1 additional skill point every 5 levels. He also has the Wise trait, giving him 10% additional XP when missions are completed with no vitality loss. Just absolutely amazing. And I think the developers did a great job of truly making you feel like you are playing with Merlin. Of course, nothing is perfect, and he does come with weaknesses. Merlin is old faith morality, so if you are a Christian, it might be difficult to max out his loyalty. He has the greed trait, which reduces his loyalty by 2 if all his equipment slots don't have relics. Also, he is mutually exclusive with Lady Morgause, another amazing character. Finally, he has a similar issue to Hex Specialist in that his brand of crowd control doesn't actually stop enemies from attacking. His abilities are a little more effective since they at least divert some of the attacks, but it still doesn't shut enemies down. Outside of these drawbacks, Merlin is phenomenal and unquestionably one of the most powerful characters in the game. That is my personal list of the best Arcanists in the game. Looking forward to hearing feedback on your personal favorites. Hope all of you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like, share this content, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.